Welcome back to Marketing 100, where Kayle and I are working through 100 marketing ideas to help you level up your salon business. And today is no different. We're diving into a really important subject. When you run an aesthetics business, a beauty business, it's about portraying your business in the right way.
Today, I want to tell you to hire a photographer, videographer, and do a media day at your salon. This is a day that you dedicate in your salon to having a photographer, videographer come in and shoot. Don't book a bunch of clients. You don't have the place completely packed with, people who are going to have their service affected. You are going to schedule models. You are going to have your space set up for this shoot. Headshots of your stylist. They're going to do professional photos of your business. Make sure everything's well lit. Make sure your space looks inviting and pretty. They're going to do interviews with your team. They're going to do a salon tour video. And obviously they can take all of that stuff as well and make a sizzle reel out of it. So the whole point here is to get a lot of high quality, professionally shot video content that you can use across your website, you can use on social media, and that you can cross promote your stylists, your space, and everything else with. So this is really sort of all encompassing, right? Like it's really important that you are able to tackle all these things in one day, make it happen and maximize your investment, right? Because this is going to cost you money. So you really want to make it worth your while. Set aside maybe 6 to 8 hours to get all of this done.
People come to your website or your social media, right, to explore what you're about. And it's your chance to build trust with them and convince them that you're the business they should be booking in with. And because you're delivering a beauty service, you want that to be beautiful, right? And you want the team to look beautiful, you want the location to look beautiful, and you want that to kind of come across, right? Everything communicates your brand, and especially photography, right? It's those visual elements that people really connect with. This is a really smart way to just dedicating one day, getting a bit of investment done in order to create all of these assets, and you can use them in so many places for a long period of time, right? And it can really serve your business and help build that trust. And I love where you were going with video creation as well. Having a video, that's really where you can build trust and where people connect with your business. And having something that is professionally done that shows off your location in a video format, I think is a great idea.
Something like a sizzle reel, for those of you who don't know what a sizzle reel is essentially a montage, right? It's a montage video where clips are cut together that show off different aspects of your business. So it could be some of your space, some of your stylist performing services, some of people just smiling or laughing. And all these things are sort of cut together to give a vibe, right? It's supposed to convey the vibe of your business and positively portray you, right? It's a very emotional appeal to clientele, but it works. It's extremely useful. And it's one of those things that you always want to have. It's something that's very useful to have on your website, for instance. If people are going to go there, you want them to instantly feel like they belong, right? They can feel at home in your space. It's an upfront investment that pays dividends for a very long time. You won't need to do this again in a reasonably soon amount of time. I would say this is one of those things you want to do once every time you move into a new space or once every couple years to freshen up your website or your business. If you can afford it, do it once a year. This is one of those things that's just going to continue to pay dividends. It's going to be an asset that you can have and use in many different ways. And I cannot overstate how important that video content is. We've talked about how influential video is and how visual a medium a salon is, the salon world is in general. So this is really a no-brainer. It's, your staff should be as visible as possible on your social, on your website. Your personality should show on your socials and on your website. And you should 1000%, this is a side thing for this, 1000% have a profile for each one of your stylists on your website. And this is really important for getting those headshots, for getting interviews, that kind of thing, because people can really learn about each stylist and find out who's right for them. That kind of asset is worth its weight in gold. So just doing those quick little talking head interviews, 5 minutes or less, that kind of thing, having high quality headshots, making sure that everyone looks glamorous and made up and nice, your space looks warm and inviting and spacious. All of these things, they keep stacking up the value of your business, and never underestimate how valuable that is for getting people to click book now, right? Or to call your salon and book in. And they already know at that point who they want to go in with. So you've already started to build that rapport. This is crucial. A lot of salon owners think we can just, take a couple iPhone videos of the salon, or we can just get by on social by taking after photos. And those are all things you should be doing for sure, but they do not replace the quality and the vibe that you get from shooting professional media and doing this in your business?
I think it's kind of important to distinguish between content that you kind of share on an ongoing basis about, what's happening in the business and, that's telling your story about what's going on. That can be, and probably should be, like, iPhone type photography, right? That feels really like you're, getting behind the scenes of what's happening in the business when you do that type of content. But I think what we're talking about here is more like a brand content, right? Something that is really communicating your brand and like what you stand for. And I think like what you're going to, in terms of if you're going to get practical here, what you really should be covering on that day, like headshots, for example, it just makes a huge difference when you go to your about page and you have this like consistent view of the team, right? That everybody is kind of like set up in the same ways, the same photographer, the same type of look of the imagery, right? And then you go to the homepage and it's a sizzle reel, it's the same vibe. That kind of like the consistency comes together with your brand, and people really get a feel for what your business is about, and they really start, having that experience that they will follow through with as they kind of come into your business as well. For sure, when it comes to this like brand material, that's really where we want to have this like professionally done. Even if I would be an advocate for like, when it comes to content creation, to be flexible, allowing your team to, take content and produce content as they kind of do their work. But it's two different things, and we shouldn't really mix them up, but to make sure that we kind of have this like professional work done once in a while to use for our brand assets.
There is absolutely a difference between social media content and like professionally shot like marketing material content. There's a difference between an Instagram post and an Instagram story. Instagram stories are like quick, they're immediate, they're in the moment, they're lifestyle content. You know what I mean? They're kind of just like meant to feel real and natural, and people really do connect with that. That's really important for keeping people engaged with a business. So like if you've got followers who already go to your business, right? That's the kind of stuff that they want to see because it helps them feel connected to you ongoing, right? Like that is relationship management. In terms of client acquisition, like actually getting new prospective clients into your chair, that is the role of this professionally shot marketing video content. This is something that needs to look polished and nice. It needs to look inviting and professional. And it needs to be something that like, this is the kind of stuff that you want to have living on your Instagram page as a post. It's two different needs that you're appealing to there and two different people that you're appealing to. I think it's really important to think of it in those terms of, Instagram story versus Instagram post, or client acquisition versus client retention.
All right, so let's get a little bit practical here. If someone is watching this now and they want to run a media day, like what should they be doing, Kayle?
The number one thing is going to be do your research first. So you want to find somebody that can do photography and videography, right? Which a lot of people now do. Like media professionals in general, typically now they have to do a bit of both. So find somebody that specializes in doing the kind of content that works for you. Find somebody whose portfolio you really like, who knows beauty and can convey it well. So, a lot of gigging photographers and videographers do weddings, right? They do weddings on weekends. That's their thing. That's not a bad place to look because those people know how to get beauty and glamour shots done well and video content that's in that vein done well. But I think also don't limit yourself to that. Like if you find somebody that maybe does something that sticks out to you and you think is really going to portray your business well, but they're not particularly in that beauty and wellness space, prepare to make this an investment in your business and it will continue to pay dividends over time. Make sure that you're ready for it, right? Set aside a day that you're going to be able to shoot and have the business space to yourself. Maybe do it on one of your off days and then bring this up to your stylist. Make sure that everyone knows, have a meeting about it, and have them reach out to clients that are ideal for this sort of situation. Make sure you find your star clients or ones that have like fun or beautiful or glamorous hair, who are going to look good on camera, who are going to be comfortable in front of the camera, and reach out to them, have your stylist reach out to them so that they can have them come in for this date, right? So you want to book them for that date. You're not going to charge them for that day, right? They're going to come in and, maybe they're just going to do a blowout, or maybe they are going to do a funky color or something fun, because you want to get shots of your stylist doing services. You want to get shots of your stylist interacting with them. Maybe you've got like footage of them like checking out the front desk even, or shopping the retail space that you have at the front of your business. All of these things are important because you want to convey the overall experience in a positive light. Make sure that they have the time to be there for the entire shoot because this is going to be a long day. This might even be something that you need to compensate them for. So be prepared for that as well. So I would say all of those things are really, really, really important. It's just planning ahead, making sure you have the time, the people, the talent on hand, and the budget to make this work. And it's really not that hard because your photographer, your videographer, they're going to know exactly what they need to do to get the kind of content you want. Especially if you find somebody who's experienced in this space. Don't be afraid to be collaborative. Don't be afraid to work with them. Find somebody that's going to be good at sort of coaching you and leading you through things. It's really just one of those things that like once you get everything planned and in the works, it tends to flow pretty smoothly because all you have to do then is be camera ready. And yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to is just the planning, the timing, the execution is usually the easiest part of it. And what you get in the end is really worth its weight in gold. It's something that will serve you for months and years to come and could be one of your greatest assets, if not your greatest asset for new client acquisition.
Have some fun as well, right? Make this a fun day, have fun with your team. It's their chance to like show off themselves, show off their work. Get in the good mood, like especially if you're capturing video, even photography as well, right? The mood of your business, you want that to kind of shine through. And rather than like having to direct people exactly how to do things, like if you just like, bring that good energy in, however way you do that, have fun on the day. It's important as well.
The fun should really show, right, John? Like people should see you guys having a good time during this. It should be a fun thing to do. And also like have your stylist shoot behind the scenes stuff. They can shoot Instagram reels. They can shoot stories and things like that and post that as well. Your clients can too. And all of these things will help promote your business. I meant to say this earlier. The one takeaway from this is never underestimate the power of slow-mo video. That sizzle reel when everything's slowed down and people are smiling and the hair's flying from the shears or whatever. It really just adds a bit of prestige to it. So you trust me. Get that slow-mo video on your webpage and you'll see a difference.
You like those slow-mos, right? I think Kayle is updating right now the banner on the Salon Business website. And I think there's going to be some slow-mos in there.
Go to thesalonbusiness.com. You'll love it. When it comes to shooting this video content, especially when it comes to shooting the interviews with your stylists, yes, you want to have this on your website, but you also want to have this on other socials. Like you're going to want to get vertical versions that are done just for social. You're also going to want to get a version that goes up on your YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel for your salon, go make one right now. Also, it's really important that you get shots of your space. You want to get like a tour video of your space that looks good. Your videographer will know how to do this. This is like a classic thing for like real estate photography and videography. It's what sells homes on Zillow. This is one of those things that is really crucial for like making your space look good, look warm, look inviting. And you're going to want to use those shots of your space and the videos of your space and update your Google Business profile and update your Apple Business Connect account. We talked about Apple Business Connect. We also talked about your Google Business profile earlier in an earlier episode of the show. These are crucial. Right? These are the things that people are going to look at when they're on Google Maps or when they're on Apple Maps. They're going to see your space. They're going to see how pretty it is. They're going to be able to like do a quick walkthrough of it. Do not underestimate how valuable that is for making somebody feel like they're already there and inviting them to sort of come into that space. So those are other major takeaways from this that are super crucial. You're going to want to get those videos up on YouTube. You're going to want to get these videos up on your business accounts and socials. All of these things, super important. Don't sleep on doing a media day.
No, I mean, you're making this investment, right? You're putting some money to actually do this. Let's not only get them to the website, even if that is important, but let's make sure we distribute them in as many places as we can. Make this investment, make this a priority, have a media day where you capture images as well as video material that you can use for your Sizzle reel or across all your online presence that you have, social media, website, so that you portray your brand at the level that you're delivering your service and that you're conveying that to your clients and building trust with them. Thanks for watching today, and we look forward to seeing you inside of an upcoming video.